गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, सहायक एजुकेशन में आपका स्वागत है। बोर्ड्स के एग्जाम शुरू होने वाले हैं और टेंथ के जिन स्टूडेंट्स को लगता है कि उनका मैथ्स और साइंस की तैयारी पूरी नहीं है, तो अभी एक महीना है और एक महीने के अंदर अगर आप डेली हमारे वीडियोस एक एक घंटा सुबह शाम देखेंगे तो आई थिंक 90% से कम मार्क्स तो आपके मतलब उठता ही नहीं आएंगे। ओके, 90% से ज्यादा मार्क्स 100% आप लेके आएंगे। तो यहाँ पर एक एक चैप्टर एनसीईआरटी का एक एक क्वेश्चन, okay, we'll be covering every concept, we'll be covering in this. So today we are starting with real numbers. So let's go through it. I'm sharing my screen. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, let's understand what are real numbers. Okay, so before understanding real numbers, we'll start with what are natural numbers. Okay, natural numbers are the numbers which started from the beginning. Okay, सबसे पहले जो नंबर स्टार्ट हुए थे वो थे नंबर्स 1 2 3 4, ये नंबर्स स्टार्ट हुए थे तो उनको नेचुरल नंबर्स बोल दिया है। तो आपको कैसे स्टार्ट हुए, कब स्टार्ट हुए, इससे कोई मतलब नहीं है। द थिंग इज नेचुरल नंबर्स 1 2 3 4 और टिल इनफाइनाइट, पॉजिटिव इनफाइनाइट, इट्स कॉल्ड एज नेचुरल नंबर्स। आपको इतना याद रखना है, ठीक है। देन कम्स होल नंबर्स। नाउ होल नंबर्स जो जब स्टार्ट हुए तो उसमें जीरो एक ऐड हो गया, तो जीरो एडिशनल है नेचुरल नंबर से, इट इज डिनोटेड बाय डब्ल्यू। So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 until infinite, they are called whole numbers. Then comes the number integers. Okay, ये सब आप पहले पढ़ चुके हैं। Integers कौन से numbers होते हैं? Negative numbers as well as positive numbers. All complete numbers are called integers. All complete numbers are called integers. So whether negative 20, negative 25, negative 17, positive 18, 0, everything is considered as integers. Now when we say whole numbers, so all whole numbers cover natural numbers also. When you say integers, integers cover whole numbers also. Then came fractions. Now fractions are denoted by q, rational numbers. They are called rational numbers. Rational numbers are the numbers which are uh, actually can be written in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. For example, a 2 by 3, 5 by 8, 7 by 3, minus 3 by 8, minus 9 by 6. Okay, all those numbers are written as are rational numbers. All those numbers are rational numbers. Okay, so and rational numbers, if you say all integers are rational numbers, कैसे? मान लीजिए यहीं पर बोलते हैं कि एक नंबर है 7। नाउ व्हेन यू विल से कि 7 तो एक नेचुरल नंबर है, या बट आई कैन राइट 7 डिवाइड बाय 1। 7 divided by 1 is a rational number. If I say minus 4 divided by 2, it's a rational number. Okay. So when we talk about rational numbers, now rational numbers include all integers, all whole numbers, and all natural numbers also. Now अब आपको रैशनल नंबर्स के बारे में समझना पड़ेगा कि रैशनल नंबर्स या तो होते हैं टर्मिनेटिंग। ओके, टर्मिनेटिंग का क्या मतलब होता है? जैसे अगर मैंने किया से 3 डिवाइडेड बाय 5, 3/5 किया, तो जब डिवाइड करेंगे तो इसका आंसर कितना आएगा? इसका आंसर आएगा 0.6। नाउ ये वैल्यू यहाँ पर टर्मिनेट हो गई है, खत्म हो गई है। ओके, इसके आगे वैल्यू नहीं बढ़ रही है, राइट? एग्जाम्पल 2/5, 2/5 will be 0.4, like 7/4 it comes at 1.75. So this is getting terminated here. So when things are getting terminated, so rational numbers are either terminating or they are non-terminating and repeating. नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग मतलब टर्मिनेट नहीं कर रहे हैं। अगर हम किसी नंबर्स को डिवाइड करते हैं तो टर्मिनेट नहीं करता है, लेकिन रिपीट होता रहता है। टर्मिनेट नहीं करता है लेकिन रिपीट होता रहता है। एग्जाम्पल 10/3, अगर आप 10/3 को डिवाइड करेंगे तो इट विल बी 10 3.333333, और वी कैन से 3.3 बार। सिमिलरली इफ आई से 10 डिवाइड बाय 7, नाउ इसके अंदर भी 1.42857 ये सब कुछ नंबर इसके अंदर आ रहा है, लेकिन फाइनली अगर आप देखोगे तो ये नंबर रिपीट हो रहा है। ये 142,857 ये नंबर पूरा का पूरा रिपीट हो रहा है, अगेन एंड अगेन 142,857 रिपीट होता जा रहा है। तो वी विल राइट इट एज 1.428571 which is getting repeated again and again. So जो रैशनल नंबर्स होते हैं, रैशनल नंबर्स आइदर या तो टर्मिनेट होते हैं या फिर वो नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिपीटिंग होते हैं. Okay, then we'll come to further numbers which are irrational numbers. Now irrational numbers are like pi. Okay, आपने देखा होगा सर्कल का circumference is 2 pi r, area is pi r square. What is pi? So pi is a constant and pi is actually an irrational number. Pi is an irrational number. हर जगह हम लिखते हैं that pi is equal to 22 by 7, but pi is not equal to 22 by 7. Please remember it. Pi is not equal to 22 by 7. Pi is not equal to 3.14. It is nearly equal to 22 by 7 or 3.14, and that is why we take it as to ease the calculation. कैलकुलेशन को आसान करने के लिए हम पाई की वैल्यू को 22 by 7 ले लेते हैं, 3.14 ले लेते हैं, बट पाई इज नॉट इक्वल टू 22 by 7. अगर हम पाई की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करना शुरू करें तो इट विल कम एज 3.1415 and it keep on continuing till infinity. Okay, but it will not terminate and it will not repeat. It will not terminate and it will not repeat. Like square root of 2, square root of 3, or say this number. See, can you see? It's not repeating. Everywhere it is different. It is different. So numbers, irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-repeating. वो terminate भी नहीं करते हैं और repeat भी नहीं करते हैं. Okay. So you have to remember that irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-repeating. And when we talk about all these numbers, these all numbers are called real numbers. These all are real numbers. Now, you might have a question, which numbers are not real numbers? Okay, you learn those in 11th standard. Those numbers, like for an example, if I'll just give you, if in square root, if a number which is negative, say -1, so this number will be a imaginary number. Okay. But as of now, we are talking about numbers which are natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers. All these numbers are real numbers. So we'll be talking about this in the current chapter. Now coming to prime numbers. Okay, what are prime numbers? See, prime numbers वो होते हैं जिनके सिर्फ दो फैक्टर होते हैं. See, factorization, you know. आपको आता है factorization क्या होता है? तो जिनके सिर्फ दो फैक्टर होते हैं उनको प्राइम नंबर्स बोलते हैं. जैसे अगर एक नंबर ले लिया मैंने 3, तो 3 के कितने फैक्टर्स हैं? 1 and 3 are the factors of 3. So it's a prime number. Okay, 7 has a factor of 1 and 7 only. So this is a prime number. 13 has a factor of 1 and 13 only. So prime factors के अंदर क्या होता है? The number 1 is a factor and the number itself is a factor. जब दो फैक्टर होंगे तो 1 होगा और the same number, जिस नंबर के फैक्टर निकाल रहे हैं. So 1 and the number itself. So those two numbers are the factors. They are called prime numbers. Now coming to composite numbers. जिन numbers के दो से ज्यादा फैक्टर होते हैं उनको हम composite numbers बोल देते हैं. The numbers with more than 2 factors. जैसे एक नंबर ले लिया हमने, example 12. 12 के कौन से फैक्टर्स हैं? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12. So many factors are there. Okay, that's why it is a composite number. 22 has more than 2 factors, composite number. 26 has more than 2 factors, composite number. Okay, आपको ये चीज ध्यान रखनी पड़ेगी कि नंबर 1 is neither considered as prime nor composite. और नंबर 1 के फैक्टर कितने होते हैं? नंबर 1 के फैक्टर क्या होते हैं? Only one factor. It has only one factor. तो अगर 1 is the only number which has only one factor. 1 is the only number which has only one factor. So 1 is not neither prime nor composite. Please remember this part. Now coming to co-primes. Okay, co-prime numbers वो होते हैं जिनके बीच में कोई फैक्टर कॉमन नहीं होता है. ओके, जैसे एग्जांपल लेते हैं, कोई फैक्टर नहीं. एक्चुअली 1 is a common factor for everything because 1 is a factor for every number. So if I say 12 and 35, see 12 के फैक्टर्स क्या हैं? 12 के फैक्टर्स हैं, 1 2 3 4 6 and 12. So many factors are there, but उसके अंदर में जो 35 के फैक्टर्स हैं उसमें कुछ भी कॉमन, सिर्फ एक ही फैक्टर कॉमन है, 1. दिस इज द ओनली कॉमन फैक्टर. रेस्ट नथिंग इज कॉमन बिटवीन दीज टू नंबर्स. सो दो नंबर्स जिनके बीच में कोई कॉमन फैक्टर ना हो अपार्ट फ्रॉम 1 is are called as co-prime numbers. Two numbers in which only the common factor is only 1. Common factor is only number 1. Now coming to the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, real numbers के अंदर this is something which is important. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic, it says that every composite number can be written as a product of powers of its primes. तो हम किसी भी नंबर्स को उसके प्रोडक्ट ऑफ पावर्स ऑफ प्राइम्स में लिख सकते हैं. जैसे if I write a number, say 8, I can write it as 2 to the power 3. If I have to write a number 12, I can write it as 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 1. Okay, so the prime factorization of natural numbers is unique except for the order. So some people will write it as 3 into 2 to the power 2, or some people write it as 2 to the power 2 into 3. So उसका ऑर्डर चेंज हो सकता है, लेकिन हम किसी भी नंबर को उसके प्राइम फैक्टर्स के प्रोडक्ट की तरह से लिख सकते हैं. This theorem says, like example, so 32760, it has got so many factors and it can be written as powers of the same factors. Then comes highest common factor. What is highest common factor? See, the name specifically specifies highest common factor. Let's take an example. There are two numbers, 24 and 36. आप इनके फैक्टर्स निकाल लेते हैं. जब इनके फैक्टर्स निकाले तो पता लगा कि भाई 24 के फैक्टर हैं 2 to the power 3 and 3 to the power 1, and 36 के फैक्टर हैं 2 to the power 2 and 3 to the power 2. अब इसके अंदर से 2 का कौन सा, अगर आप जस्ट कंसिडर दिस एंड दिस 2, इसमें कौन सा कॉमन है? कॉमन इज दिस वन. इज द हाईएस्ट कॉमन बिकॉज यहां पर मैक्सिमम 2 to the power 2 है, यहां पर 2 to the power 3 है. तो कॉमन क्या हुआ? कॉमन इज 2 to the power 2, तो यहां लिख दिया 2 to the power 2. और 3 to the power में क्या कॉमन है? यहाँ 1 है, यहाँ पे 2 है, तो दैट मींस 3 to the power 1 कॉमन है. So the highest common factor is 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 1, and that comes out to be 12. Highest common factor of this number is 12. On the similar lines, we have lowest common multiple. Now, lowest common multiple is calculated a little different way. Okay, we are considering the same numbers, 24 and 36. So the name specifies lowest common multiple. What are the multiples of 24? The multiples of 24 are 24, 48, 72, 96. So many other multiples are there. Infinite number of multiples are there. Similarly, 36 will also have multiples, 36, 72, 108, and so on. So, which is the lowest? सबसे छोटा वाला कॉमन मल्टीपल कौन सा है? भाई ये इसमें नहीं आता है, ये इसमें नहीं आता है, ये नंबर जो है ये नंबर इसमें भी आता है और इसमें भी आता है, दोनों में नंबर ही आ रहा है. तो इट्स द लोएस्ट कॉमन मल्टीपल. ये सारी बातें आपने 9th में सीखी होंगी, लेकिन अगर याद नहीं है तो यहां पर याद करा देते हैं. नाउ एक क्वेश्चन एग्जाम्स में आता है, आपके बोर्ड्स में आता है कि okay, this it's composite LCM is 72 because 72 is common across both. Now एक एग्जाम में जो क्वेश्चन आता है वो आता है HCF of two numbers multiplied by LCM of two numbers is equal to product of the numbers itself. HCF of two numbers multiplied by LCM of two numbers is equal to the product of the two numbers itself. It is applicable for two numbers, okay? It is not applicable for three numbers. When you say HCF of three numbers, HCF of LCM of three numbers, it's not applicable for three numbers or four numbers. For two numbers, it's applicable clearly. So आप इसी में चेक कर लेते हैं। यहाँ पर हमने एचसीएफ निकाला था, यहाँ पर एचसीएफ निकाला था हमने इसका, दोनों नंबर्स का 12। तो हमने क्या किया, 12 ले लिया, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय एलसीएम, एलसीएम आया था 72, दैट कम्स आउट टू बी 864। अब प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू नंबर्स लेते हैं, तो प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू नंबर्स के अंदर था, एक नंबर था 24, दूसरा था 36, तो 24 इंटू 36 कितना होता है, वो भी 864। सो दिस प्रूव्स दैट एचसीएफ ऑफ टू नंबर्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय एलसीएम ऑफ टू नंबर्स इज इक्वल टू द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द नंबर्स। This formula you might get a question of 1 mark or in board exams. So please remember, this is kind of important. Now, coming to the exercise, there are certain questions in the exercise of NCERT. We are covering each and every question here. Now, what is the first question? The first question states, express each of each member as product of its prime factors. So let's say first we'll take 140. इनके प्राइम फैक्टर्स निकालने हैं, तो 140 कैसे करते हैं फैक्टर्स, हम ऐसे करके छोटा छोटा करके 270 235 टाइम्स 5 7, सो फैक्टर्स क्या हो गए इसके, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. These are the factors because it cannot be further factorized. Then comes next number 156. प्राइम फैक्टर्स निकालने, सिर्फ सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है। से that's 2 7s are 14, 7s are 14, 16, 2 8s are 16, then 2 3s are 6, 9s are 18, and then 3 into 13. So factors are 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 13. Then comes the number 3825. So we are going to cover each and every question of NCERT. So अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो आप यहाँ पर आइए, देखिए, समझ में आ जाएगा। अगर कुछ नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो कमेंट बॉक्स में डाल दीजिएगा, आई विल गेट बैक टू यू। ओके, 5 से करते हैं सीधे। तो 5 7s are 35, 32, 5 6 are 30, 5 5s are 25, 5 से फिर से कर लेते हैं, 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25, and then 5 3s are 15. Here it is 153 comes in the table of 13, 13 9s are, no, 153 comes in the table of 17. 17 9s are 153, and then it is 3 3s are. So factors are 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 17. Then comes 5005. सिंपल से दिख रहा है, इसे 5 से डिवाइड करते हैं, 5 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो आएगा 1001. Then it will go by 11. 11 से डिवाइड किया तो 11 9s are 99, 99 1 1 11 91, and 91 comes in the table of 13, 13 7s are 91. So the factors are 5 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 13. So don't, the order I have changed here, okay? I've just put it from smaller to bigger. Then comes the bigger number. It is 7429. 7429. Let's do it with 17 table. 17 fours 3 7. Then we'll divide it by 19. It comes out to be 2 3. See, it's kind of, if you don't know the tables, it will be a little difficult to do it, but anyways, into 23. So these are the factors. So the first question is done. It was pretty easy. Okay, so we have to find out the factors, the prime factors. Please note that you have to bring to the prime level. Okay, don't bring a level, say somewhere, if a number comes at 8. Okay, so you have to further divide it till the time the numbers are prime. And what are prime numbers? Which has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. Now coming to the next question. Find the HCF, LCM and HCF of the following pair of integers of two numbers. So इनका LCM and HCF find out करना है, and we have to verify that LCM multiplied by HCF is equal to product of two numbers. Okay, चलिए कर लेते हैं. तो 26 के फैक्टर्स निकालते हैं यहाँ पर हम. To go back. ओके 26 के फैक्टर्स एंड 91 के फैक्टर्स, दोनों के फैक्टर निकालने हैं. 26 के फैक्टर्स हैं 2, इट कम्स 13, सो फैक्टर इज 2 and 13. और 91 के फैक्टर्स, he said this, it comes in the table of 13, 7s are 91, 13 and 7. So these are the factors of 26 and 31. Now we have to find out HCF. First we'll take HCF. What is HCF? HCF is highest common factor. इन दोनों का common factor कौन सा है? 13 is the common factor. Now we have to find the LCM. Least common multiple. See 13 तो common है. 13 तो common है, तो we'll take it once. What is left? 2 and 7. So we'll take 2 and 7. So 13 into 14. 13 into 14 is, I love it, 13 into 14 comes out to be 182. So 182 comes out to be the LCM. And we have to verify that LCM multiplied by LCF is the product of two numbers. Let's verify that. So we'll say 26 multiplied by 91. So multiplied by 91, this value comes out to be 2366. And we'll say LCM multiplied by HCF. So LCM came out to be 13 multiplied by 182. So it comes out to be 182 multiplied by 13. If you have done it correctly, the answer will be correct. So this is a verification method also. Now we'll come to the second question. So here is 2366, 2366. That means we have verified that LCM multiplied by HCF is equal to product of two numbers. Now coming to the next one, 510 and 92. So 510 के factors करते हैं जरा. 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10, 5 5s are 25, 51, 17 3s are 51. So the factors are 2 into 3 into 5 into 17. और 92 के factors 2, 4s are 8, 2 6 are 12, 2 23. So the factors are 2 into 2, 23 is a prime number. So the factors are 2 into 2 into 23. अब इनका पहले हम HCF निकालते हैं. It's an easier one. So HCF is common क्या है इसके अंदर? एक ही नंबर कॉमन है. This is 2. यहाँ पर भी 2 है. तो इसका मतलब HCF is 2. Now coming to the LCM. तो LCM के अंदर हम क्या लेंगे भाई? 2 कॉमन है तो उसको एक बार ले लिया हमने. बाकी क्या नंबर रह गए? 3 5. इसको भी ले लिया भाई. 5 into 17. फिर इसमें 2 और 23 से इसको भी लेना पड़ेगा. Oh God, so many numbers to multiply here. Let's do it. So 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30, 32s are 60. So we'll do it. 60 multiplied by 23 multiplied by 17. It comes out to be 23460. 23460. Now we have to verify again. What we have to verify? That LCM multiplied by HCF. So we'll say यहाँ पर पढ़ते हैं LCM is 23460 multiplied by HCF. LCM multiplied by HCF. This comes out to be 46920. That should be equal to the product of two numbers. Okay, this comes as left hand side. Right hand side two numbers were 510. 510 multiplied by 92. So let's see, 510 multiplied by 92. It comes out to be, it should be same, isn't it? So why to worry? It comes out to be as 46920. So we have verified it. We have verified it. So that means LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. Now coming to the third one. Third one seems a little smaller numbers. It's good. It is 336 and 54. Practice कर लेते हैं भाई. 3112. 3 से तो नहीं जाएगा, ये तो जाएगा 4 से. 4 की जगह प्राइम में लेना है तो we should take it as 2 instead of we'll take it as 2. So 2 5s are 10 and 2 6s are 12. 2 2s are 4. 2 8s are 16. 2 14. 2 7. So factors are, I'll just write it as 2 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 to the power 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. Okay, let's take 54. It is 2. 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14, and 27 we know it is 3 cube. 3. So it comes as 2 to the power 1 and multiplied by 3 to the power 3. Now इनका HCF निकालते हैं. HCF कितनी है? कॉमन क्या है इसके अंदर? See 2 की पावर, which is the lower power. Okay, this is common. 2 to the power 1 is common in both. So 2 to the power 1 multiplied by 3 to the power also 1, which is common. This is 3 and this is 3 to the power 3. So we have to take which is the lower one because that is the common one. So it comes out to be 6. HCF comes out to be 6. We'll find out the LCM. LCM इसका कितना आएगा? जो कॉमन है उनको हटा दीजिए, तो जो बचेगा वो LCM निकल के आ जाएगा. जैसे इसको तो हमने so we take high basically. So it is 2 to the power 4 into 3 into 7. In addition to that, 2 to the power 4 into 3 into 7. Or actually 3 to the power 3 I have to take. So this will come out to be the LCM. Now if I calculate it, 2 to the power 4 is 16. 16 into 27. 16 into 27 multiplied by 7. It comes as 3024. चेक कर लेते हैं. So we'll do LCM multiplied by HCF. That is 3024 multiplied by 6. It comes out to be 18144. Now we'll do the product of two numbers. The product of two numbers was 336 and 54. So 336 multiplied by 54. That also comes out to be 18144. So this question is proved. Now coming to the next question. Oh, find the LCM and HCF of the following integers by applying the prime factorization method. इनका LCM और HCF find out करना है. Okay, let's do it again. So the prime factors 12, 15, 21. What are the factors of 12? 2 6s, 2 3s, 3 1s. So the factors are 2 into 2 into 3. What are the factors of 3? 3 into 5. Factors of 21. 3 into 7. Now we have to find the HCF and we have to find the LCM. What is common? इनमें कुछ कॉमन दिख रहा है हमको? मैं इसको 1 भी लिख लेता हूं क्योंकि आपको 1 सबका फैक्टर होता ही है। समय मिलता इन तीनों में कुछ कॉमन दिख रहा है? तीनों में मेरे को एक नंबर कॉमन दिख रहा है। दिस इज 3 3 3। सो HCF इज 3। नाउ जब LCM लेने की बारी आ रही है तो जो कॉमन है पहले आप उसको कॉमन को लिख लो और उसके बाद में सारे के सारे लिख लो। दैट इज 2 into 2, 2 into 2, यहाँ से 5, यहाँ से 7. So that comes out to be LCM. So this is the way we can find it. This is 3 to the 6, 6 to the 12, 12 5 is the 60, 60 into 7, it comes out to be 420. So it's pretty easy to find it, isn't it? Now coming to 17, 23 and 29. But 17 is a prime number, 23 is a prime number, 29 is a prime number. तो इनके फैक्टर्स क्या है? इसका फैक्टर सिर्फ 17 है, इसका फैक्टर सिर्फ 23 है, इसका फैक्टर सिर्फ 29 है। तो इसमें HCF क्या हो गया? I just write as 1. 1. Why? Because 1 is a factor of every one number. 17 ones are, 23 ones are, 29 ones are. Okay. So HCF कितना आया इनका? HCF is only common factor I can see is 1. That's 1. And LCM, because there is no common factor, it will be 17 multiplied by 23 multiplied by 29. Multiplication is little longer. 17 multiplied by 23 multiplied by 29, it comes out to be 11339. Okay, so we are able to find the LCM and HCF easily. Now comes the sum. Easy number. It just seems like an easy number, very, very easy number, and 25. So what are the factors of 8? It is 2, 2, 2. So factors are 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. What are the factors of 9? It is 3 multiplied by 3. Factors of 25, it's 5 multiplied by 5. The common factor तो कुछ भी नहीं दिख रहा है इसमें मेरे को, तो इसलिए 1 लिख लेता हूँ सब में, क्योंकि 1 तो सबका फैक्टर होता है। तो इनका HCF कितना हो गया? HCF इज, ये कॉमन है, यही कॉमन है, ये कॉमन है, तो HCF हो गया 1। LCM, जब कॉमन फैक्टर्स नहीं है उसके अंदर तो सब कुछ लेना पड़ेगा आपको, तो सारे नंबर्स ले लीजिए आपने। तो ये 2 into 2 into 2, or you can say 8 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 25. So 25 into 8 is 200, 200 into 9, 9 to the 200 into 9, 9 to the 18. So it comes out to be 1800. Okay, pretty easy. So next, go to the next question. Okay, still we are at exercise 1.1, question number 4. HCF of 306 and 657 is equal to 9. And find the LCM. So here, you know the formula that HCF multiplied by LCM is equal to multiplication of the numbers, that is A multiplied by B. Okay, what is A? This is A, this is B. So HCF is already given. HCF is 9 multiplied by LCM is equal to the product of two numbers, that is 306 multiplied by 657. So when we'll calculate LCM, it comes out to be 306 multiplied by 657 divided by 9, because it's going on the other side. So 9 say you can divide it. 9, 9 was 9, 9 3s are 27, 27, 3, 36, 9 4 is 36. So it comes out to be 34 multiplied by 657. Answer comes out to be 22338. Okay. Pretty simple. This kind of question generally comes in exam for 1 mark. इस पूरे चैप्टर से अप्रोक्सीमेटली 4 मार्क्स आपके एग्जाम में आएंगे. तो 4 marks you can be ready right now. Okay. Check whether 6 to the power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Okay. To end with anything with 0, the factors should be, because it should be okay, 10, 20, 30. The factors should be 2 and 5. 2 and 5. 2 and 5 should be the factors minimum. Okay. Now, if I say 6 to the power n, what is 6 to the power n? So let's consider this number as a. A is equal to 6 to the power n. Now, when I'm considering it as 6 to the power n, now I can write it as a is equal to 2 into 3 to the power n, and I can write it as 2 to the power n multiplied by 3 to the power n. So what does it mean? That 6 to the power n doesn't have any factor which is 5. For digit 0, we require 2 and 5. 2 भी चाहिए और 5 भी चाहिए हमारे को. 2 और 5 प्राइम फैक्टर्स हमारे को चाहिए ही चाहिए. लेकिन इसके अंदर कहीं पर आपको दिख रहा है कि 5 है, इसमें 5 नहीं है. 5 नहीं है, दैट इज व्हाई वी कैन से दे कुड बी नो नेचुरल नंबर. कोई ऐसा नेचुरल नंबर नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि इसमें 5 की पावर है ही नहीं. 5 की पावर इज नॉट देयर. 5 की पावर 0 है यहाँ पर. बेसिकली इट्स नथिंग. इट्स नॉट देयर. Okay, when it's not there, that means there is no natural number. No natural number available. No natural number available. Okay, check whether 6 to the power can and end with an edge 0 for any natural number n. Sorry, नहीं कर सकता. उसके बस में नहीं है ये. Okay, next question. Question number 6 of exercise 1.1. Explain why this number and this number are composite numbers. ये composite number prove करने हैं हमारे को. Okay, composite numbers क्या होते हैं? Composite numbers वो होते हैं जिनके factors 2 से ज्यादा होते हैं. Okay, जिनके 2 से ज्यादा factors होते हैं. So this number is written as 7 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 13 plus 13. Now, this is one number, this is another number. Now, is there anything common in this? Yes, 13 is common. When we say 13 is common, what will remain here? It will remain as 7 multiplied by this one. So I'll just say 7, 11, 7 is 77 plus 1. Okay. Now, for this complete number, what are the factors? The factors are, this I'll just say 13, 78. So when I say the numbers has, this number, complete number, has a factor which is 13, which is 78. So that means it cannot be prime, because prime numbers क्या होते हैं? Prime numbers के factors होते हैं 1 and the number itself. लेकिन these numbers are not 1 or number itself के अलावा कुछ और भी factors हैं इसके. So that means it has got more than 2 factors. That means it's a composite number. Similarly goes for this one. यहाँ पर ये प्लस है, ध्यान रखिए प्लस है. इस प्लस की वजह से ही सारा डिफरेंस आ रहा है. 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 plus 5. Okay, we will not have to compute the entire thing. We can see that 5 is common. When 5 is common, what is left? 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 plus 1. So this complete number has a factor 5, and whatever we'll solve it, it has a factor of this is also a factor of it. That means it has got different factors, other factors apart from 1 and the number itself. Apart from 1 and the number itself, it has got some other factors like 5 and this complete number, whatever we calculated. So that means it is a composite number. अगर आपको कुछ डाउट्स आ रहे हैं, आप कमेंट्स में डालिए. 100% response. Okay. Okay, this is a lovely question. What does it say? There is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, while Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point and at the same time and go in same direction. After how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? Okay, एक सर्कुलर फील्ड है, यहां से रन करना हम शुरू करते हैं. And we are running in one direction, we are running like this, say. Okay, so there are person A and their person B. Okay, Sonia and Ravi. Okay, so A and B, I'll just take A, B. A को एक पूरा चक्कर लगाने में टाइम कितना लग रहा है? A is taking 18 minutes and B is taking 12 minutes. So A taking 18 minutes and B is taking 12 minutes. They want to know कि यहां पर ये दोबारा कब मिलेंगे, दोनों A और B यहां पर कब मिलेंगे. So in these kind of questions you have to, because see, one complete, then second one will also complete. यहां पर मिलने के लिए we have to find their LCM. Why? Because पहले इस पॉइंट पे जो फर्स्ट पर्सन है और A is for 18 minutes, so it will meet at 18 पे आएगा. फिर 18 के बाद कब आएगा? फिर वो 18 के बाद दोबारा दूसरा चक्कर लगा के यहाँ पर पहुंचेगा. कब पहुंचेगा? तो 18 के बाद पहुंचेगा वो 36 पे, 18 टू सा. फिर अगली बार कब पहुंचेगा? फिर से 18 मिनट्स और लगेंगे इसको, isn't it? सी फर्स्ट चक्कर लगाने में उसे, एक राउंड लगाने में उसे 18 मिनट्स लगे, सेकंड राउंड लगा के तो 36 मिनट्स के बाद पहुंचेगा. फिर जब थर्ड राउंड लगाएगा तो कितना, तब तक 54 मिनट्स हो चुके होंगे. फिर फोर्थ राउंड लगाएगा तो आपको बेसिकली 18 का टेबल हम वो कर रहे हैं, बेसिकली 18 का टेबल हम लिखते जा रहे हैं. So A will reach at the same point at 18 minutes, 36 minutes, 54 minutes, 72 minutes, 90 minutes, 108 minutes. ओके, वो एक चक्कर लगा के यहाँ पे इतनी देर में पहुंचता है. बी कब कब पहुंचता है? बी पहुंचता है 12 मिनट्स पे, 24 मिनट्स पे, 36 मिनट्स पे, 48 मिनट्स पे, देन 60 मिनट्स पे, देन 72 मिनट्स पे, देन 84 मिनट्स पे, देन 96 मिनट्स पे, देन 108 मिनट्स पे. तो पहली बार जब वो मिलेंगे कौन सा कॉमन नंबर है? पहली बार वो कब मिलेंगे? 36 मिनट्स पे. अगर उन्होंने पूछा तो दूसरी बार कब मिलेंगे? दूसरी बार वो मिलेंगे 72 मिनट्स पे. तीसरी बार कब मिलेंगे? तो मिलेंगे 108 मिनट्स पे. और अगर आप कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो यू विल कीप ऑन फाइंडिंग कि कितनी बार. भी इन्होंने पूछा था कि सेम पॉइंट, सपोज दे बोथ स्टार्ट एट द सेम पॉइंट एट द सेम टाइम and go in the same direction. After how many minutes will they meet again at the same starting point? They will meet at 36 minutes minimum. Okay. Second time. So they could have asked the question, when will they meet for the second time? They'll meet the second time at 72 minutes. Third time at 108 minutes. You can calculate further if in case some other question is there. Is this part clear? कोई questions होते हैं, कोई doubts होते हैं तो पूछ लेते हैं. Okay, there is one saying uh, in one of my classes, my one teacher told, the person who asks a question, okay, the person who asks a question is a fool for that particular moment, for that particular moment. But the person who does not ask a question ever is a fool forever. तो क्वेश्चन पूछ लेना इज बेटर. क्वेश्चन पूछ लेना इज बेटर. आपको क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा है, पूछ लो. क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा है, पूछ लो. एनी विच यहाँ तो आप ऑनलाइन में कर रहे हो, आपको जो भी लिखना है लिख के डाल दो उसके अंदर कि भाई ये क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आया, बताओ दोबारा समझा दो, तो दोबारा समझा देंगे. ठीक है. नाउ there are certain things now. What are these? Rational numbers. Okay, rational numbers, when we mentioned what are rational numbers, all whole numbers, all natural numbers, all integers are rational numbers. Okay, so Rational number plus rational number is equal to rational number, rational number minus subtraction of rational numbers give you a rational number, rational number multiplication rational number will give you a rational number, and rational number division by rational number will give you a rational number. ओके ये चीज आपको ध्यान रखनी है बिकॉज दिस विल बी यूज्ड फॉर फर्दर क्वेश्चंस. ऑल्सो इसी के साथ मैं आपको बता दूंगा को प्राइम नंबर्स, आप वो भी याद रखना पड़ेगा इसके लिए. को प्राइम नंबर्स, co-prime numbers are two numbers which we learned a few minutes ago. Co-prime numbers are numbers जिनके बीच में कोई common factor नहीं होता है. One is the only common factor. Like if I say 7 and 13, what is the common factor between these? Only one is the common factor, right? Say एक number ले लिया हमने, say 18 and say 3. Not 3. 3 is the common factor. 18 and 7. Now common factor क्या है इनके अंदर? कुछ भी कॉमन नहीं है इसके अंदर. सो HCF comes out to be 1. तो जिनका HCF 1 आने वाला है, सो को प्राइम नंबर्स का HCF will be 1. को प्राइम नंबर्स का HCF will be 1. उनका कॉमन फैक्टर नहीं होता है. Okay, this will be used in the further questions. Now coming, okay, this is a very important question which will come in exam. Okay, which can come in exam. Root 2 is an irrational number. Prove that root 3 is an irrational number. Prove that root 5 is an irrational number. These kind of questions will come in exam. Okay, it's a similar solution for all three. So let's do the first one. So this method of computation or इसको prove करने के लिए we use the proof by contradiction. We contradict our own assumptions. First we'll make an assumption and we'll contradict an assumption कि ये तो assumption हो ही नहीं सकती है. पहले हम एक assumption मान लेंगे और फिर बाद में हम उसी assumption को contradict कर देंगे कि ये assumption तो हो ही नहीं सकती है, ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता है. Okay. So let's say we have to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. So we'll say okay, let's assume that root 2 is rational. हमने assume कर लिया है कि that root 2 is rational. Okay, that means we can write root 2 as a rational number. We can write it as p divided by q. Now, if we are writing it as a p divided by q, p and q can have common factors. It can have common factors. So we'll divide these numbers by common factors. वो common factors तो divide कर दो. जैसे एक number लिखा हुआ है 4/6. तो हमने common factors क्या थे इसके? हमने 2 से divide कर दिया. 2, 3. Now divide करने के बाद क्या number बचे हैं? 2 and 3. When 2 and 3 is left, what is it's there? They are co-prime now. It will become co-prime. So मान लीजिए हमने इसको जो common factors थे उससे divide कर दिया. Divide करने के बाद root 2 की value आ गई क्या? से a divided by b. root 2 की value आ गई a divided by b. Now a and b are co-prime. A and b has to be co-prime. Has to be, because we have already divided by the common factors. A and b has to be co-prime. Co-prime. Writing इसके अंदर गड़बड़ हो रहा है. चलो anyways. A and b has to be co-prime. Note it down. Okay. हमने इसको, हम b को क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन कर दिया तो इट कम्स एज रूट 2 b इज इक्वल टू a. अब हम दोनों तरफ का स्क्वायर कर देंगे. दोनों तरफ का स्क्वायर किया तो क्या आ गया? इट इज कम्स एज 2 b स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू a स्क्वायर. See, when a square is written as 2b square, what does it mean? That means 2 is a factor. 2 is a factor of a square. 2 is a factor of a square. What does it imply? It implies that 2 is a factor of a. 2 is a factor of a. अगर a square का factor है एक a के अंदर तो a into a ही है. When we say a square, what is a square? A into a. So it means 2 is a factor of a also. Okay? तो इसको हम नोट कर लेंगे कि 2 is a factor of a. See, अगर 2 is a factor of a है, okay, what does it mean? That means, what does it mean? This means that a divided by 2, will give me some number, some integer, So I'll just say it will give me a number, say C. It will give me a number C. Okay. If I divide A by 2, it will give me some integer as C. Now, I'll just multiply 2 on the other side. So it becomes A is equal to 2C. Now I'll do it further here. When A is equal to 2C, I'll square on both sides. So it will become A square is equal to 4C square. Now what I'll do, A square की value, this value, I'm going to put it here. इस value के अंदर मैं डाल दूंगा. So what it becomes? It becomes 2B square. 2B square is equal to A square. What is A square is? 4C square. Okay, so I'll just cancel out 2. So it becomes B square is equal to 2C square. So when B square is equal to 2C square, what does implies? That is 2 is a factor of B square. B square का एक factor है 2 because B square is written as 2 multiplied by something. When we write, it's a prime number. And as per the initial theory, it says that every number can be written as the multiplication of the prime factors. Every number can be written as the multiplication of their prime factors. Now the B square is written as 2 multiplied by something. So it says 2 is a factor of B square. What does this implies? That is 2 is a factor of B. 2 is a factor of B. So this is second one. Now when we are saying that 2 is a factor of A, 2 is a factor of B, but initially we mentioned that A and B has to be co-prime. We mentioned that A and B has to be co-prime. It cannot be co-prime when A का भी factor B है, A का भी factor 2 है और B का भी factor 2 है. That means A and B. That implies that A and B cannot be co-prime. A and B cannot be co-prime. It says A and B cannot be co-prime. What? And why this thing happened? This thing happened because we assumed that root 2 is rational number. This thing happened because we assumed that root 2 is rational number. So that implies that root 2 is not rational. That implies that root 2 is not rational. That means root 2 is irrational number. Is it clear? So that implies that we contradict our own assumption that root 2 is rational. That means root 2 is irrational. अगर समझने में इसको थोड़ा डिफिकल्टी हुई हो, एक बार दोबारा से गो थ्रू करना, you will get to know. Okay, coming to this similar question, root 5 is irrational. It is exactly the same, no difference, exactly the same question. How we prove root 2 is irrational? In the similar manner, we have to prove root 5 is irrational. Now prove that 3 plus root 5 is irrational. Now see, we have already proved that root 2 is irrational, root 5 is irrational. Now we have to prove that 3 plus root 5 is rational. Now again, we'll do the same thing. We'll assume that 3 plus root 5 is rational. So we'll say assume 3 plus root 5 is equal to rational. A rational number. What does that mean? That means 3 plus root 5 should be written in the form of P by Q. Yes or no? That means root 5 should be P by Q minus 3. Or if I just solve it, it becomes P minus 3Q divided by Q. What is this P? P is an integer. Q is an integer. So integer minus 3 times integer will give me an integer. Integer. Q is an integer. So integer divided by integer will be a rational number. So that means this root 5 is a rational number. But root 5, we know that root 5 is irrational. It's already proved. That means our assumption was incorrect. that we considered it as a rational number. So 3 plus root 5, our assumption was wrong. So we have to mention that concludes that our assumption was incorrect. Hence, you have to write a little. 3 plus root 5 is irrational. Okay. Now coming to, again, we'll do this question with the contradiction method. So when we say, we assume that 1 by root 2 is equal to p by q. We know that p by q is a rational number. P by q is a rational number, and we have assumed that 1 by root 2. Assume 1 by root 2 is rational. Okay. And that's why we mentioned it 1 by root 2. So it comes as, if we cross multiply, it will become q divided by p should be equal to root 2. But we know that root 2 is irrational. Q by p is rational. Q by p is rational because integer divided by integer is rational. But root 2 is irrational. We know it. Okay. As proved earlier, or as per the theorem, or as we know. Okay. So this, which is not possible. So it is not possible. It is not possible. That means our assumption was incorrect. Hence, 1 by root 2 is irrational. These questions also in the similar manner. So when we'll consider 7 root 5 is equal to p by q, where p by q, when we consider it as a rational number, p and q are integers. So I'll say root 5 is equal to p by 5q. So this is integer divided by integer will give me an integer. Integer divided by integer will give me a rational number. But root 5 we know is an irrational number. So hence our assumption of saying that 7 root 5 is rational is incorrect. Same goes with this question. When I say 6 plus root 2, we assume that this is equal to p by q. So root 2 should be equal to p by q minus 6. So it is p minus 6q divided by q. Now this is this is integer minus integer. So integer minus integer will give you integer divided by integer. So it is integer divided by integer, that is equal to rational number. That means our assumption was incorrect. Assuming that 6 plus root 2 is equal to p by q is a rational number is incorrect. So we have to prove all these questions with contradiction method. Okay, now this is a very interesting question. It comes for 1 mark. It has also come in boards earlier. If p and q are distinct prime numbers, then their HCF and LCM will be. These are distinct prime numbers. What do you mean by distinct prime numbers? Distinct matlab which are completely different, which doesn't have any common factor. Okay, they are distinct prime numbers. So if I say one number is 3 and other is 7, you tell me what is the HCF of those numbers? The HCF, because this is no common factor, the HCF will be 1. Now, if these are completely distinct, जिसमें कोई factor common नहीं है, इनका LCM कितना होगा? LCM will be 3 multiplied by 7. So HCF will be 1 and LCM will be P multiplied by Q. So this will be the answer. Is this clear? There are two distinct prime numbers जिसके अंदर कुछ भी कॉमन नहीं है, कुछ भी कॉमन नहीं है इनके, दो दो प्राइम नंबर्स हैं। तो प्राइम नंबर के तो पहली पहली फैक्टर्स वन, अगर एक दो प्राइम नंबर लेता हूँ तो एक से 3 और 7, कॉमन फैक्टर्स क्या होते हैं इसके? 1 और 3, 7 के 1 और 7, दे आर डिस्टिंक्ट प्राइम नंबर्स, दिस नॉट द सेम प्राइम नंबर। सो इनका एचसीएफ क्या होगा? कॉमन तो सिर्फ इसमें वन ही है, हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर, ओनली वन इज द कॉमन फैक्टर, सो एचसीएफ विल बी 1। नाउ लीस्ट कॉमन मल्टीपल, लीस्ट कॉमन मल्टीपल क्या आएगा? क्योंकि इनका मल्टीपल आप 3 का मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो 3 7 ही आएगा जो भी आएगा, so 3 into 7, so this means p multiplied by q. So this kind of question can also come where the numbers will not be given, but you will have to find out the answer. That means the answer here comes as p multiplied by q and 1. So HCF of two distinct prime numbers will be 1, and LCM of two distinct prime numbers will be the multiplication of the numbers. Okay, here we conclude the real numbers. In case you have any question, please write the question in the comments, and we'll answer it. We'll answer it within 24 hours or maybe before that itself. Okay, we'll answer that, and request you to please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.